Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode, we started putting together the last pieces of the refinery, and that's the plastic and rubber manufacturers here. At the end of the episode, I vowed to finish it up, and I did. So we now have all of the plastic outputting here. Half of it will come out of this way here and onto a meeting with this stuff over here, coming onto a little bus and going that way into the factory, similar to the way these three are going right now. And the rubber will come out of there the same way, and then the other half of each one comes in here into this, returning down the center, because in order to make plastic we need rubber, in order to make rubber we need plastic. So, and then each of the factories here has a pipe coming off of the center line, which is the fuel, or the pipeline there, which is the fuel. And we'll squeeze our way through here. I had to do a little bit of shenanigans here at the end of the plastic line. That's in order to get some of the plastic up and onto a bus belt over there, and down to be able to be used to make the empty canisters. So, I think pretty much everything is hooked up. The outputs from these two assemblies here, as well as the fuel, the excess fuel that comes out here, isn't hooked up yet. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to run that one. We'll figure that one out soon enough. And then these two are just going to come out this way somehow, and then down this way. So that is that. So now we get to hook everything up. Of course, we need to hook up power. That's kind of the important one here. So let's switch to the power toolbar. I did some testing on where to position these in order to make them work properly. If I put it right in the center here, then the wire kind of rubs up against the lift here a little bit. And I can show you that, I guess. It kind of rubs up against... Oh, that actually doesn't rub up against the lift. I was testing it down there. Did I leave the one that I was testing? I did not. Okay, maybe I had it back further. I must have had it back further, but that works out fine. So that's the way we're going to leave it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and connect that up, and then we'll come down. Actually, let me use this. Oh, that's what it was. This I can't do because that's going to go right through. So I must have had them back here, and when I do it here, then you wind up with it. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Brain, where are you today? I had him back here because of rubbing up against those. So let's go here, and then you can see it kind of comes really close there. So I decided just to put it one space to the left, and that clears that, and that clears that. I won't be able to do these like this because it's going to clip through everything there. But that's fine because we'll just do another row of power poles over there. So that's here, plus one this way. Goes there. And then we'll go... Yeah, I was testing with this one here. And it was, to be fair, it was a couple of episodes ago, actually. To be fair to me. It was a couple of episodes ago when I was first working on... Or I first set this whole thing up here. So I'm not going to go this way with it because of the pipe. Well, maybe I could. Let's see. So this one needs to be... Not do it there to start with. But that's a single one. Let's do this one over here. And that's going to rub against that one right there. So we'll go all the way here. And one to the left. There. There. Okay, so this one's going to go all the way here, and one to the... Thank you, autosave. One to the left. Goes in there. There. I like running down the pipes. Makes you feel like a kid running along a jungle gym or something, like a playground toy of some kind. Okay, so I think what I could do here is I think I want to hook as much as possible up to the outside power lines because it's just going to get a bit spaghetti-ish on the inside. So So I want to go here. Put in a power pole here. And take this line out. There. Rehook it back up again. And then go there. And then come also there. Okay, so I don't have my spreadsheet up. My cheat sheet, my planning sheet here. I open that up. So let's see. The stuff's already happening. These are the heavy oil residue. We need 5 full ones of these, so that's perfect. And as you can see, we are pulling quite a lot of crude oil, which is good. They are pulling it like they're supposed to. And then we also hooked up the packaged water, or water packaging here, but we don't have any canisters. So I want to just split these a bit here. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just do like maybe 10, 9 or 10 in a few of them. Instead of doing all 6 of them, I'll just do like 4 of them. Okay, and then I'll just do this the last 2 here. That'll package the water and get that started. So we have plenty of heavy oil residue now. And now we have some water, some packaged water going along this way. Let me climb up and see if we can see it. There it comes. Nice and fast. And unfortunately, that's all we have for now. Oh, you know, well, yeah, we'll wait on that. So then you can see the packaged water coming into these. And they don't have any power, so we need to go on the other side and hook the power up there as well. These are a bit simpler. Yep, here. Okay, so we'll just put them right up next to and right in the middle of and make our lives easy. Goes there. Here, here, here. And then finally, whee! It goes here. And there. And I ran into the belt. There we go. And then this one will go here. Find the very, very hard to hit power line there. You come here and go there. And then you go, power line goes there. So now these should all have power, and they do, and they're making a small amount of diluted packaged fuel before they run out of canisters as well. So I'm just going to feed in now. I've got a bunch of these. I'm just going to split them into stacks of 50. And I'll pick up some for the jetpack later. 50. And I know, of course, that we don't have power on these, but I'll get these loaded. And then, ow. Bump my head there on the thing. You know what? Actually, I'll dump the last 5 into there as well. So we have, I started this one as well, just because I was playing with positioning of the poles relative, again, to the pipe. That goes there. I might have done this one on camera, actually. I don't remember. That goes there. There. There, and there. And then we come out here, and we have one here. Take this down, please. Bizarre. There. And those are now activated. So now we have fuel being unpackaged and putting out liquid fuel here. Oops, E. So we have plenty of fuel there on that line. And as you can see, we have plenty of packages now starting up because I just fed them a bunch of stuff. The last thing that I want to hook up to power on this end is right here. So let's put a power... Where does this connect to? There. Okay, so we'll put a power line like maybe right here. Does that look okay? It does look okay. And that can connect to that one. And then I have a little bit of plastic to feed into this one. I'm only going to give it 1 stack to start with. It'll get the rest when it needs it. And so this is all doing its spaghetti mess here. And of course, right now, it's not anywhere near backed up. We just put, well, we put 300 and some in there, so it's close. But not quite. Those go up there, all the way down, and over to there, where they get fed back into making the packaged water in these machines again. That's exciting. Okay. So we have plenty of stuff here. A heavy oil residue. I can never remember the name of this purple stuff. You could just call it purple stuff, I guess. We need to do some downclocking, though. So the water, packaged water, we only needed 5.75 instead of 6. So let me grab my calculator out here to grab the percentages we need. 5.75 out of 6 is 0.95833. So that means we want 5 of them at 96% and 1 of them at 95%. This is probably less busy over here. It's about the same. It's gonna be rough either way. 96. Well, if I go like this and stand in between two of them, that might make my life a little bit easier. 96. 96. And 95. So that was 57.6. 57.6 times 5 plus 57 is 345, which is exactly how much water, packaged water, we need. And we already talked about the heavy oil residue is exactly 5, so we're good there. The diluted packaged fuel, we also need 5.75, so I'm going to do this one at 95, and then 96, and those are the same numbers. We need, of course, the same 345. Now we'll go on this side of the pipe. 96. And everything should start kind of backing up right now because we're not feeding everything in just yet. And finally 96, and those numbers are the same because those numbers are the same. And then unpackaged fuel, we only needed 5.5 of these because the extra fuel, packaged fuel, is going to come out here. So this is going to be, let me grab my calculator again. 5.5 divided by 6 is 0.916667. So that means that 3 of them are at, or 2 of them are at 91, and 4 of them are at 92. So we'll go with 92 here, 91 here, 92 here, 92 here. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Because I want all of the extras to come out of here. We talked about this one before. These 3 needed to be at... Wait a minute, what did I mess up? 91. No, I messed up the other ones. 91 and 92. I actually need to clock these at the same rate. 92. 91. 92. So that's 55.2. 55.2. 54.6 is 165. We're making 345. So, yeah, the other 3 then are at exactly 100%. Let's reclock those up to 100. So that's in order to accommodate the surplus. Because we need 180 out of these three, so that means they each need to output 60. I hope that makes sense, and of course we already have some here on the belts which are backing up now. But the idea is that basically this one, the 55.2 or the 54.6 that these three machines are using, actually I should have done it this way, 55.2 here, and this one's producing 60, so that 4.8 is going to go this way. This one is 54.6, and this one is 60, so that's 5.4 extra. They're going to go this way. And then the same thing with the last one will be the same as this one, and then you'll end up with a total of 15 going this way. On average, over time, backing up, etc. Which works out fine. So we'll just do a little elevator here and put this wherever the heck we're going to put it, which I haven't figured out yet. It might have to go up there as well, because I don't want anything lower than this this third belt here. Oh, speaking of which, we do have, this stuff looks kind of cool. That's polymer resin up here on this belt, because we need to set that up yet. So right now, our bottleneck is, somewhat ironically, bottles. This, of course, is also a problem. So I guess we could set up a power pole if I do this in the right spot here, hopefully. I think this would be a good spot for it. And then we hook up the power here, here, here. Yeah, that works out well. And then we can put in a power pole. Where do you go? Right here. And I'll pop this one right here. And reconnect it right here. And you go down there. Now I made a point of setting this whole outer perimeter up as a big loop, so that when I pull one of these power poles out, it shouldn't affect power temporarily. Okay, so these are making polyester fabric. We need a total of 1.25, so that's 63 for one of these, and 62 for the other, which is 3.1 plus 3.15 per minute, so that's 6.25, which is exactly what we needed. That should use a total of 100 polymer resin, which is what we're producing over at the heavy oil residue. So that's 50.4 and 49.6. That's perfect. And I can show that polymer residue number if I come over here, because it's 20 and there's 5 of them. So that's the 100. What I probably will end up doing is dumping any surplus of this into a shredder. But for now, this will have to work. And it'll probably just go up onto the bus with everything else here, and I'll do the shredder down there at the other end with whatever needs to be shredded. And I'll just make like a single belt going into the shredder. So now we need to set up power on these guys. And half the reason that I've faced them both outward is for power, of course, and the other half is because of that common fuel pipe there. I figured it would just be easier to have that be there. 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 Whee! Goes here, this goes here, and then that one goes back down there. And then this one's odd, right, oopsie. This one goes here, and there. And I think I'll connect these to the line, the main line down the middle, just because I don't really have the power figured out right here just yet. So let's come over here. Thank you, game. Go up here. Power pole. And plus, by putting them this way, I don't have to, because the power's on the outside here, I don't have to fiddle with all the stuff that's in the middle with the squiggly lines and stuff. Okay, and then this goes here, that, there, back to that one. Whee! And lastly, this one goes here. There. Back to that one. All nice, neat, and orderly. Now, did I mess myself up here? Nope, I did not. I love it when I don't mess myself up. Okay, that power line comes out. This one goes in. There. And to... down. Actually, might as well just wait on that one. And we'll just connect it up with this one here. Power line goes there. And power line goes there. So, now these are plastic. They're filling up the fuel, which is fine. Plastic, we just needed 5 hole ones and 6 hole rubber ones. So I have rubber that I can feed into each of these. Ooh. Did not set the recipe. Cycle plastic. Okay. I set the ones on the end, as always. And I'm going to go on the outside of this just because they don't have to deal with all the spaghetti in the middle there. And this one gets 100 plastic. Just to make my life easier, I just grabbed stacks of 100 out of the boxes from the old setup that are still here. Get 100 plastic. Like Oprah here. And you get 100 plastic. And you get 100 plastic. And you get 100 plastic. So, these should be producing. They are. They take a moment to get spun up. Look at all that empty inventory I have now. So you can see they're producing rubber. This one should start in a moment. There it goes. And we should have plastic already being produced over here. And we do. So now that these have gotten started, we should start seeing, yep, we see plastic going into the machines intermittently. And then we have this a little bit more going up here and going down to making more bottles. Now we should also see, although we can't see, there goes the rubber into this machine here. And it should be increasing the number. I probably missed it. We'll watch for another one. There it goes. So that means everything is connected and everything should be connected correctly. Starting again from the top here, 5 100% machines there, making alternate heavy oil residue. 6 80 or 6 96% machines, so making a total of 5.75 factories. A total of, where's packaged water? I just lost my place. 345 packaged water. 5.7 or 6 times 57.6 is, I mean, one of them is at 95, so it's a little bit less, so that should be about right. Next, and there goes power. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. We have nowhere near enough power. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, the problem is, I suspect, that I've burned through all of my coke that I had stocked up. Oh, yes, I did. It's gone. And so now we're relying completely on coal. And I have nowhere near enough coal power. So, what I should do here is I should cut the lines for a couple of these lines. So I'm going to cut, if I can find the power line here. There it is. I'm going to cut the lines for the end products here. And we'll hope that that makes enough of a difference. Doesn't sound like it, but maybe. Oh, maybe so. Nope. Okay. I'll cut this one as well. And eventually the other ones will just back up. There they go. Hopefully they stay that way. So the plastics right now are going to rush down here. Rush. Down here. Down here. And it's going to make a bunch of containers. This eventually needs to be clocked down to 0.25. But because the plastic is so slow in coming this way for right now, and we need to make so much to start with, I'm hesitant to downclock that. Did I downclock this one? I don't think I did. Do I need to? Yes, 0.67. So that needs to make 80, and we only have one, so we can't do any balancing with that. We did downclock this one already. These ones we talked about a couple of extensive times, and these ones we also downclocked. Yeah, so we have some, but this belt should be like constantly going eventually, and it's just going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of plastic to come in. So that took almost a whole episode, but not quite, because I want to talk about power. So if we talk about this, let me grab maybe a. Can I just grab a new refinery here? I want to talk about fuel power, but what I haven't done the math on, and that's a fuel generator here. So obviously I need rubber to make this thing, but we have plenty, and I have enough stuff to make 5 of them. So that's 150 megawatts each times 5, which is 750 megawatts. That'll make a little bit of a dent, but we need to see how much fuel we can make out of this. So let's look at a refinery here. The refinery, or the recipe for the alternate heavy oil residue, and that's assuming that the polymer resin gets destroyed. We can take in 3 crude. Stop. 3 crude to make 4 residue. 4 residue then goes with the packaged water into packaged fuel, and then it gets unpackaged. So if we look at how much, right now, how much fuel is getting made from this setup we have here, we're making, it ends up being, let's see, 330 fuel. 300, fuel has a value of, actually I don't know what fuel's value is, energy value is. Back here to power. Can I see it? Is this too big to fit in here? Yeah, it is. Can I place it somewhere else that I have enough foundations placed? Probably not. Nope. Alright, we'll just go out there into the wilds then. Because I want to actually set up a fuel generator plant. Oh, I don't have any rubber. Okay, of course. That's why I can't. That's part of the reason why I can't place it. I want to set up a fuel generator plant, but then I was thinking about this, and I was wondering, is it more efficient to convert the petroleum, or the heavy oil residue, into, yes, we can place one here if we're careful. So, it doesn't tell us. Makes a nice loud noise though, sorry about that. Let me look up what the fuel value is here. Sorry about that. I should have looked that up beforehand. Items. The fuel value of fuel is 0.6 megajoules per not per cubic meter, but per, I think there's 1,000. I'm looking at Satisfactory calculator, and I think the value is 1,000, because it's like, what is it, deciliters or something like that? Like per cubic deciliter. So 330, which is what we're making here in this column, would be 330 times 600, which is a lot of fuel. Way more than we need, because we only need that fuel generator, which I deconstructed, was 150, so it only needs 1 fuel then every 4 seconds. So we only need 15 fuel per second per generator. And I think what I will do is I'll end this episode actually a minute or two early here, and I'll do all the math on the fuel generator or the fuel value of crude going to heavy oil going straight to coke versus this whole process for the same amount of crude coming in, and see kind of what the difference is between the two. And then next time I will pick you guys up out there on the beach and we'll set up some sort of a plant, whichever plant that is. So we sort of have things working, but of course we ran out of power, so not entirely. But thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.